Hi there. It's been a while since I've posted a video on here, and I think it's time to get back to YouTube. I've been really busy with school and my job, and it's just felt very overwhelming. But I mean, art has always been like a really big part of my life, and sharing it with you guys has also been very helpful to me. I mean, it still amazes me how many strangers on the internet support me more than a lot of people that I've known throughout my entire life. So I really appreciate it, and I got some new stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. So you guys, I mean, you know that most of the stuff that I like to work with are, you know, gouache paints and oil pastels mainly, but this company called Phoenix sent me a couple of stuff that I'm really excited about, and it's my first time using anything like it, so we're gonna try it together. The first, I got canvases. I got two of these. They're from Phoenix, and the thing I'm the most excited about are these watercolor oil paint sticks. Oh, water soluble oil paint sticks. Look at that. First of all, Phoenix, thank you for sending this over. And they're definitely not like oil pastels. I mean, I've been watching videos on their Instagram page. I'll link the Instagram page in the description, but I've been watching videos on how to use these, and they definitely look very interesting. So let's go ahead and open them up, and then let's see what we make. All right, so this is what the oil paint sticks look like. There's a plastic around each of them, and I hadn't even realized that there was a second layer of oil sticks in the box, so that was a really nice surprise. And it does come with the little palette knife, so that's very useful. And something very important to remember when you're using this, don't forget to take off that first layer. It's like a protective layer, but they will not work unless you take it off. So I used a pocket knife to peel it off. You can use whatever you have available to you. All right, so let's get started. I decided to go with the starry night type of vibe, so I thought starry night in the sky with an ocean, so it's a lot of blues and yellows. I kind of just wanted to get an idea of how to use them, and Phoenix did send me a second canvas, which is really nice. So it gives me a chance to create something with more color, you know, with more creativity, more elaborate, but I feel like you can never go wrong with starry night. And I love Van Gogh, so I thought that it would be perfect for this video. And I tried to use them the way I would normally use oil pastels, but there wasn't a light blue available within this packaging of oil sticks, so I kind of had to figure out the best way to create that gradient from, you know, light blue to dark blue. So what I ended up doing was that I caught on to this after I was already coloring for like a good 10 minutes. I decided to put down the white color first, and then I would do the darker shade of blue around the edges, and then blend that together with either my finger or with more of that white color. And then by the time I started creating the rest of the piece, this kind of just became my pattern, I guess. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but I'm going to stop talking now, so enjoy. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Took me like an hour to do. Watching Sullivan's Crossing. Hello. Oh, and now my back hurts. So we're gonna take a quick stretch break. And in the meantime, I do want to show you something. My parents got me this rack at a yard sale because they noticed that for my oil pastel drawing, since I tend to leave them out on the floor, they got me this rack. So I have all of mine here, including that palette that I still haven't used, but it's too pretty. So I have all of my drawings here. Oh, and the penguin, the oil painting that I made. And today, just want to show you real quick, I made this. It took me like 2 hours to do. I mean, it's not perfect, but considering that I don't really draw portraits like that anymore, I think it was pretty good. And I used oil pastels for this one, so yeah. Oh, don't pay attention to the mail. My room is a mess. And if you haven't checked out my website, I do have prints available as well as a monthly coloring postcard. So it's a coloring postcard, but it's you also get prints of the original. So one second, let me show you. You see, I think it's adorable, and I'm currently working on the one for April, so you should totally check out my website. Anyways, okay, that was a good quick break. Now gotta get back to the painting. Okay. Alright, so time for the ocean now, and we're just gonna use the same concept as before. You're just placing down the white color first, so that when you place that blue color in and then you go back into it with the white, it creates a lighter blue and it gives you a really nice gradient. Now, as you did see earlier in the video, I did use my finger to blend a lot. I feel like it really smoothed it out. And then I thought that I could use the palette knife to add some more white to create the little streaks you see in Van Gogh's Starry Night painting. And I mean, I love the way that the sky looks. And I thought instead of using the dark blue, I'd use dark blue and green to create the ocean, and I really did love it. So if this is your first time on my channel, well, I guess I could introduce myself and tell you a little bit about myself. So I started drawing when I was in 3rd grade, all because my 3rd grade teacher started us off with tracing paper. So she would read books to us after lunch, and it was the best thing ever. I remember the first book she read was The Tale of Despero, you know, the mouse with the really big ears. That was the first book that she read to us. And then after we finally finished the book, she would have us choose our favorite picture from the book, and then she would have us trace it. And then once we would trace it, she would put it over colored paper and frame it. And this is where I started drawing. So I did start with tracing paper. I loved it so much that I had my mom go to the store, buy some tracing paper, and then I just started drawing everything that I liked. And back then I was so obsessed with Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I started drawing them, well, tracing them, and I would do the same thing, put it on like colored construction paper, and then just framing it. And I have them all in this folder. Really sad story, actually. So when we were moving, I've moved a few times, but when I was moving from South Central to Koreatown, my mom found the folder, but she didn't open it, so she thought that it was trash and she threw it away. So I have no drawings to show for when I was a kid, and it makes me really sad when I watch the Instagram reels of artists showing their art when they were, you know, in elementary and then middle school, kind of to show like their progression. I have nothing to show for that, so that's great. But anyways, that's where my art passion started. And then once COVID hit, my I used to live with my parents and my aunt, and all three of them got COVID. I was the only COVID free person in that household, so I had to take care of them. And of course, I feel like it was inevitable for me to, you know, catch COVID too. So I was the last one to catch it, and I mean, they were fine by the time I got it. So then I was confined in my bedroom, and I decided, you know what, I have acrylic paints and a canvas. I'm just gonna paint something. And then I decided to, hey, maybe it's a good idea if I share my art on Instagram, because I mean, what else am I gonna do? It's like, it's COVID, I can't work. I had already graduated from UCLA for my undergrad, and it was really hard looking for a job during that COVID time period. So I started pouring my time into drawing. Um, and here we are now, and I am so grateful for all of you guys. Like, I do now have people send me, markers and oil paint sticks and paints and materials to review, and that would not be possible without the support that I have seen from you guys. So I love you so much for that. Alright, so we finally finished. Let me show you what we ended up with. This is the final product. Look at my hands. But the mess is the best part, to be honest. But ocean and a starry night. Can never go wrong with a starry night. So alright, so just so that you guys can get a closer look, this is what we ended up with. I think she's kind of cute. I mean, it's gonna look great on the wall, but for my first time using these, it's not that bad. I kind of have an idea of how to use them now, and they were a lot of fun to use. So thank you again, Phoenix, for sending me your water-soluble oil paint sticks as well as your canvases. And for anyone else interested in seeing more of my artwork, feel free to check out my Instagram page. I'm also on TikTok, and I hope to see you guys on YouTube again soon. So thank you for trying this out with me, and bye. Sorry, I don't really know how to end this video, but this was a lot of fun. So thank you. Bye.